Hey, 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 everybody! It's time for our You Don't Know What You Don't Know. That when you do know, your life is so much better. So I'm going to share with you something that a couple of people have actually reached out and said something to me about. And I thought, I'm just going to share with everybody at one time the answer to this question and what I did to achieve this. Because if I can do it, I know that you can, because there's nothing special that I did to achieve this, and I know that so many of you are wanting this in your lives as well, or wanting this for yourself as well. Some of you have noticed, and I thank you for that, because it is something that I have worked for more or less for over 30 years. When I was a teenager in high school, I was heavy. Now, some of you might not have known this, but I was very heavy in high school. Very heavy. I was 35 pounds heavier than I am now in high school. And when I went off to college, I continued to be about the same weight. And then towards the middle to end of college, I put on even more weight. To give you a guideline, I went from, the heaviest I've ever been was 178 pounds. And to give you a guideline for what that looks like, I am 5'3", and at that point, 178 pounds was an awful lot of weight on me, an awful lot of weight. And I did every protocol that I could think of to take the weight off. And many of you I have met through one of the programs that I attempted, which was Danette May, which I think hers is a very level-headed, balanced plan, because it not only tackles meal size and having a lot of different types of food, but it also tackles movement and mindset. And I think that really getting all three of those is of huge benefit. And I did that for many years, and I met many of you through that group. And I've not been with that group for a couple of years. And this past year, it's not been quite a year yet, I made a comment in another group that I'm in, and someone reached out to me and said, please give me 30 days. I will be honest, coming clean, I had my first child through C-section. So I have a C-section scar. And above the C-section, there's a little, for lack of a better term, like a little roll of fat that sits above the C-section scar. And no matter how much I do sit-ups or work out or any of that, I've never been able to get rid of that little, and for me, I can see it in a bathing suit, because a bathing suit sits flat, and what you see is like a little bit of a bump. You see like this, if that makes sense. It just kind of sits up a little bit. Well, I guess it's like on its side. But I was talking about getting liposuction just to get that to get flat, right? And I posted it, and a personal trainer said, please just give me 30 days. Please, don't do surgery. Please give me 30 days. And I've been with her ever since. And that was back in September, almost a year now. And she told me a couple of things. In 30 days, did I get rid of it? No, I didn't. She took before and after pictures, and I had the biggest change in 30 days working with her. And she gave me a meal plan, and she did help me with workouts and stuff like that. But something that she had told me to do that I fought and I fought and I fought. And I said, I'm not doing that. Everything that she told me to do. How many of you have a goal that you want to get to, but you don't want to change what you're currently doing? Am I alone? I wanted a certain physique, but there was only certain things I was willing to do to get there. Let's be honest, right? Oh, my diet's really clean, so I shouldn't have to change my diet, right? I walk the dog every day. I get movement. I shouldn't have to change my exercise program, right? Right? So how many of you, if that was you, say, that's me, hashtag that's me, I want something new in my life, but I'm not really wanting to change what I'm currently doing to get there. And what I'm here to tell you is if you want something you don't have, you got to do something you have not done. And it hit me smack in the face. She said, you need to do fasted, intermittent, like running, jogging, fast walking. And I was like, what? I don't want to spend any more time out of my day than what I've already spent on walking the dog and working out. So instead of just walking the dog, I did the intermittent running, and we started out really slow. And I said, I'm not working out for 2 hours every day. I'm just not going to do it. And she slowly got me to add different things. And at the end of the day, I said, see, I was able to do it and I wasn't working out twice a day. And she's like, yeah, you were. You did the intermittent jog in the morning, and then you worked out with me. And the workout with her was an hour, but I did that twice a week. The other 3 days, I told her I didn't want any more than 40 minutes, no more than 40 minutes. So she said that you are working out twice in a day. And so then she slowly changed, she changed what I was eating, and she said, this is mindful eating. And so I did that, but I didn't really see much. I just saw a little bit of change. A little bit of change. I will be honest. I did see a little bit of change. But I didn't see the biggest change until I really implemented what she told me to do, that I was like, flat out, no way. No way in God's green earth am I going to do this. I don't want to do this. This is boring. I'm going to hate it. I want to get trim, but I don't want to do it like that. I was going to finally bite the bullet and do a couple of things that I just didn't want to do. I didn't want to eat soft food, and I'm having to do that because I have really bad TMJ. My jaw keeps popping out of place. So I fought it and fought it and fought it and fought it for over a year, and finally I said, all right, I'll just go on soft foods. And second thing that I did that allowed me to finally be my thinnest, most tone ever was something that she told me to do that I didn't want to do, that when I did, it made all the difference in the world. I dropped, I don't lose weight quickly, you guys. It's something that comes off very, very slowly, if at all, like maybe a quarter of a pound, and I was losing 3 pounds a month, which is unheard of for me. And I lost about 10 pounds in 3 months. And in total, from the time that I've worked with her until now, I have lost over 15 pounds. And I did it. You're like, Amy, we're on the edge of our seat. Tell me, how'd you do it? Okay. So I did it. You're going to be like, oh yeah, I'm not going to do that. Don't say that. Don't say that. You need to stop saying the things that you're not going to do. So, and I'm going to tell you how I did it and how it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And it might help you too. Because when we take off weight, a couple of things happen. Number one, we feel better about ourselves, right? It doesn't matter who you are or how much you have to lose. If you lose 2 pounds, it makes you feel better than gaining 2 pounds. Unless you're like super skinny and you're trying to put on weight. But most of us are battling that battle to take it off, right? So it always makes us feel better. And getting our mindset around that and making ourselves feel better, it then gives us the motivation to continue. So when I did it for the first 30 days, I committed myself to 30 days and I dropped the weight, I was like, no friggin' way! I didn't think this was gonna work. And it so totally worked. And not only did it work, but it made my life so much easier. And I thought, I didn't think it was going to make my life easier. I thought it was going to make my life more boring, and it didn't. So what did I do? You guys, I ate the same thing every day about the same time every day. And I'm going to share with you what I ate. This is not for everybody, but by eating the same thing every day, most people are like, that's so freaking boring. I would be so sick of eating that I wouldn't even want to eat. And I'm gonna call bullshit, because I said the same thing. I was the biggest person that likes variety, and I have now done the same food for 90 days. For 90 days. And so I'm going to tell you, you're full of crap. Stop saying that to yourself. As your mindfulness coach here, stop saying that to yourself, because it's crap. I don't know who told us that we would be bored, but that's just not true. It's just simply not true. And you know what? Many of us eat the same stuff every day or a couple times a week anyway. And here's what I ate. And you don't have to eat this. I would encourage you to find a breakfast, find a lunch, find a snack, and find a dinner. And if you get up really early, then find another, like a mid-morning snack. And eat those same things every day, commit to 30 days. You can do anything, it's only 30 days, 30 days. And do it every day for 30 days. Drink your water. You know, you need to drink that gallon of water. Hang on. Speaking of which, drink your gallon of water and eat the same exact thing in the same portions every day at about the same time. And then you report back to me in 30 days and tell me what kind of impact it had. And I am going to sit here and tell you, if you don't cheat and you really seriously commit to this, that your mind will be blown at how much you take off. How much you take off. Because people will say, Amy, you didn't have that much to lose. And I could never get rid of that post-baby weight. I was at the same weight for 30 years, 28 years. My daughter's 28. So what, 28, 29 years, I was at the same exact weight. I would get down a little bit, but then I would go up, and I was like bopping between like 4 pounds up or down, up and down. Then I gained a lot of weight and then took it off, but I couldn't get down beyond that marker. And I really knew that my body would be better at a certain weight. My blood work comes back better. My cholesterol drops. A lot of things happen when I'm at a lower weight. And I don't want to be a stick, you guys. I don't want to have spindle legs. I don't want that. But I want to get down to a weight that is healthier for me. And I'm now there. I am now, for the first time in my entire life, I am there. And I don't tell very many people that, because like I said in the beginning, you don't want to shine too brightly. With so many people who struggle with their weight, you don't want to say, it's taken me 30 years, but I'm there, yay! You know, I'm going to share something else that I swore I wasn't going to share with you. I've only shared with 2 people, only 2. Haven't even shared this with my sister. I've always wanted that thing called a thigh gap. Have you ever heard of this? A thigh gap? I'm even whispering it. Like, I don't want anyone to know. I got it! And it wasn't through working out, because for the last 2 months, 2.5 months, I haven't been able to work out. As many of you know, I've hurt my back. It is now better, and I'm getting ready to go back to working out. But this weight came off without working out. This weight came off without cardio. The weight came off without lifting weights. The weight came off because I was consistent and ate the same thing every single day. I'm going to encourage you to do this. If this is something that you have been struggling with, to try this out. What do you have to lose? Nothing. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. You're not going to gain weight on this, right? And it'll flip the switch in your head, and it'll flip the motivation around, and just commit to day one. Just, figure it out today, and starting tomorrow. Monday's a new day. Start tomorrow. All right, so here's what I ate. I ate, drum roll please, I can no longer eat eggs. Sends me to the bathroom. I don't know why. I can eat them in things, I just can't eat eggs, which is really weird to me. I don't understand it myself. Don't ask, I have no idea why. But a hard-boiled egg, over easy, any of those eggs literally sends me to the bathroom, cramping into the bathroom. So you can eat eggs instead of this. But I had to do something that was soft and was a protein, okay? So I chose chicken sausage. And I found a chicken sausage with no sugar. And I had 2 links every morning. The same chicken sausage. The same one. I found one I liked. I had the same chicken sausage. Along with a little bit of oatmeal. It was not even a quarter of a cup. A little less than a quarter of a cup measured. And then a half a cup of water, stick it in the microwave. For those of you, like my, Sita, she only does things on the stove. She doesn't do oatmeal in the microwave. You can cook it on the stove. I didn't want to dirty another pot. I wanted to make sure that I could get it quick and done in 3 minutes instead of 10. So I did it the easy way. But if you want to do it cooked, you can do it cooked. There's nothing wrong with that either. Regular oats, water, I put it in, and then I did 3 ounces of blueberries. And for the times that I couldn't get blueberries, I got them frozen. And I put them in, and I put them in the microwave for another minute and a half, and I would put cinnamon in it. And that's what I ate for breakfast every morning. Every morning. And I was shocked. I was shocked at 2 things. First of all, I was shocked at how much that actually filled me because I thought I'd be really hungry. That doesn't sound like a whole lot of food. 3 ounces of berries is actually a decent amount of food, especially blueberries. Now, blackberries, not so much because they're bigger and denser, but the blueberries, that's a decent amount of blueberries. And starting with blueberries is an antioxidant that is really healthy for you. And so that, my nose is itchy and runny. So that is what I did every morning. This morning, what did I eat? Oatmeal, blueberries, and 2 sausage. Still eating that. Because I haven't gotten back with my trainer to see how she's going to change it when I start going back to working out. So for now, I'm just eating the same thing. That's what I had for breakfast. For a while, instead of the oatmeal, she had me eating 1 whole Ezekiel muffin. Not a half, a whole Ezekiel muffin. What I would do is I would take a little bit of, I'm not even going to tell you what I did. That's what I did. That is what I did. I did oatmeal because it was soft. The Ezekiel muffins were too much chewing, so I couldn't do that anymore. It really sucked. Let me tell you, having to go on soft food was not a happy decision in my day, but I have made it a happy decision. I look forward to starting my day with this because it's something that's savory, it's something that's sweet, it's something that's filling, it's got a carb in it, love it. So fast forward, when would I eat? I typically ate, I would walk the dog and do other things, and I would eat around 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. And then I would eat lunch around 1:30, 2 o'clock. And for lunch, I would have 4 ounces of chicken thighs because the chicken breasts were too chewy and too much to chew. So no skin, 4 ounces of chicken thighs. I would have 3 ounces I started with broccoli, but then I thought it was affecting my thyroid. Conversation for another day, and switched to asparagus. But you pick a vegetable, broccoli, asparagus. I did 3 ounces of that, cooked, of course, because it has to be soft for me. And then I did 3 to 4 ounces, and I erred more on the side of 3 than 4 of sweet potato. And I would just make a bunch of sweet potatoes and keep them in the fridge, and I would pull them out and weigh them and stick it on the plate. And I did 0.7 of avocado. And so I would look forward, you guys, my mouth almost salivates thinking about this. I would look forward to this every day because I got that protein, I got that healthy fat of the avocado, which kept me satiated, and then I got my green vegetable, and then for dessert, I got a sweet potato. And that sweet potato tastes so good and so sweet. And literally, my mouth is watering. I was so excited and happy to eat this every day because I got dessert every day, the sweet potato, right? And it really filled me. My bewitching hour is around 4:30. And so I would have my snack then. And because I wasn't able to do an apple with peanut butter and hemp seeds, because I couldn't chew, I switched and did a smoothie. And I did 3 ounces of berries, a very small, not even a half of about a half if they're a small banana, a small piece of banana, and that was all frozen because I like it so that where it's like ice cream, where it's really, really thick, like a smoothie, but thicker, like ice cream. And I would take frozen blueberries, little piece of frozen banana, I would do almond milk, and we eventually added hemp seeds. And I would put in about 0.7 ounces of, like 3/4 of an ounce of hemp seeds. And then I was allowed a teaspoon, about 2 teaspoons of peanut butter. And my trick was, because I put it in the smoothie and you can't really taste it, and that's not really so yummy. So what I would do is I would measure it out, but then I would put like a thin coat on the spoon so that each time I took a spoonful of my snack, I would get a little taste of peanut butter. Oh, it's like a little piece of heaven. But you could add cacao to that and make it chocolate peanut butter. You know, if you wanted to do a smoothie in the afternoon, if you wanted to do an apple and peanut butter and hemp seeds, if that's something that you can do, then do that. Oh, I also put protein powder in the one in the afternoon. And then for dinner, there was no carbs. I would do, well, no traditional carbs, right? There was, that is the only time I changed the protein. I would either do chicken thighs, ground chicken, because ground turkey just wasn't doing it for me for whatever reason, but ground chicken, or yeah, I think I did ground chicken. You can do ground pork, but I did, or fish, meaning typically my favorite is Chilean sea bass. That's my favorite. Just saying, it literally tastes like, but you don't have to add any butter to it, and it tastes like it's very buttery, and it literally falls apart, and it's very moist. If you've never had it, check out Chilean sea bass. It's pricey. It's very, very pricey. You don't fall over. It's not like, you know, like cod. It's not a less expensive fish, but it's totally yummy. So I'd either do sea bass, or I would do scallops, or shrimp, or chicken, either ground or thighs, with mixed greens. You can do like spinach, kale, Swiss chard. I would buy one of those big things that you would see in the grocery stores that are either spring mix or spinach, kale, chard, and I would weigh out 2 ounces of that. I would put a little bit of onion, little bit of red pepper, like bell pepper, not hot pepper, bell pepper, and mushroom. And I would saute it in a pan with a little bit of olive oil, and I'd put the greens in, and then I would eat it with whatever my protein is. And I was shocked because I was like, that's not enough food. I'm gonna be starving. But because I ate my smoothie at like 4:30, and I'm eating at like 7:30, I was totally full, and I didn't feel like I needed a dessert or anything. And I ate that. And I had my breakfast every day, the same breakfast that I eat. So don't make excuses because you're traveling or because you're going out. When I go out to eat, I would go out to eat. I would, do the best I could. I would get, a protein and a vegetable. And so that's how I lost over 15 pounds. And if I can do it, you guys, if I can do it, I mean, the one who the pounds stay on and they They like hold on and scream and yell and don't leave me. If they can leave me, then I know they can leave you. To recap, eating the same thing at the same time every day. Don't switch it up. Don't say, okay, I'm gonna, instead of my sweet potato, I'm gonna do pasta, or instead of my carb for sweet potato, I'm gonna do rice. No, you gotta do the same thing every day. Pick whatever you want. You will be blown away at how much change your body will go through in 30 days. And if you want support with this, just give me the hashtag 30day, and I will be there to cheer you on, and I'll be looking for your posts, and post every day. Post your meals every day so that we can keep you accountable. If that is something that you need. If you have any questions about either what I did to lose more than 15 pounds, please put them below and private message me if you have questions. You know, I'm happy to be there for you. I want to encourage and get you moving in the right direction. Stop making those excuses. Stop saying I'm too busy. Stop saying a one day. Stop saying I don't know anybody. Stop saying I'm gonna feel awkward. Stop saying all of these excuses and just say, it's time. It's time. I deserve this. And I hope that this has really been uplifting and enlightening on this soulful, silly, sinful, sensational Sunday. And I look forward to seeing you next time on You Don't Know What You Don't Know. All right, you guys. I'm sending you a ton of love. I hope that you have an amazing week ahead, and I'll look forward to your posts. Have a great rest of your day. See ya.